Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Algebra 2. Happy New Year to all. Hopefully, you guys had an amazing New Year and had a fantastic break like I did. This semester, the game has changed. Hope you're ready. In this presentation, I will be talking to you about the changes of the classroom, the change of the instructions, the grading, the testing, and I'm going to mark off the first lesson. One of the things that you guys asked me to do is to separate the instructions from the announcements to cut down on the length of the videos. And I said, okay, cool, I will do that. That's not a problem. I could make 2 separate videos for each one. And so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, the changes to Algebra 2. What's going to be new for this semester? ACT changes, calculator, more testing. Like, you're gonna be getting tested like crazy. You're gonna be getting tests left and right till your eyeballs fall out your head. That's how much testing we will be doing. You will not have much bonus opportunities as you did the fall semester. There's gonna be different styles of assignments. The class is gonna be more student centered, more than teacher constantly go over stuff. I promise you, I'm gonna pull everything out of you mathematically. And I'm gonna be throwing a lot of tricks just to make sure I get what I need from you. So even if I had to, you know, put false information on the board and have you to pretty much correct me, that's what I would do. All right. High expectations. So you guys will no longer be just turning in work by just filling something out. You're going to actually fill it out, and you have to, back up what you wrote. You have to explain yourself. All those things, because if you can't do it, you definitely won't pass. Double lessons. In this semester, we're going to have more than one lesson per day. You're going to have stuff going from Algebra 2, and then you got ACT stuff. All right? And the grading is going to be a little bit more heavy-handed. ACT Math. 18, unfortunately, is no longer an excuse from anything. Only 21 excuses you from anything. So I know in the first semester, I told you guys, okay, score 18 and you'll be exempt from tests. True. But sadly, I can no longer accommodate that because you trying to go to college, from what I'm hearing, 18 is just not going to cut it. However, 18 is to pass Algebra 2, you're going to need that because if you're going to do less than 18, you fail and you are at risk of failing the course. ACT methods and practices are now part of your grade, so everything we do ACT is going to be graded. And again, 18 is the minimum score that you need to pass the semester. Alright? You are required to take the ACT no later by April 13th, or have your grade decreased by 2 letter grades. That's 15%, just like LEAP. So you have to take the ACT by April. In March, we have one ACT that you have to, you can register for. Take it in February. See what you do there. And then take the ACT in March, which all you guys are required because I have to have an ACT score in hand. And then by April, you have to have it. So you got these time to prepare yourself to take the ACT and be successful. If you fail the ACT, like I said, you literally putting yourself in a disadvantaged situation. Desmos calculators will be used more than regular calculators because when you take the ACT for the district, You have to have that. Calculators. Let me emphasize, let me repeat, emphasize, go over, make sure everything's in between. Calculators, they have to be taken care of because them calculators we got. Alright, you already know the story of how I procure those calculators. Make sure you take care of it because now I will assign you a calculator. Meaning that if you damage them or anything like that, you will be getting in trouble, you know, and you may have to pay for them if you damage the calculator. So that means that phone calls will go out, parents will know of it, you must be responsible, you know. If you damage calculators, guess what? You don't have any calculator privilege. Because I will provide you a calculator. It may not be the one that you want. So in case you trip, I'm gonna give you the little basic dollar calculators if we're not using a Chromebook. So that means that you have to have your Chromebook stuff situated because if you don't have it, guess what? It's done with. We will begin training in Desmos because in March, when you take the ACT for the district, you will have the Desmos to use. Those calculators will be used, they more for ACT purposes. So, I mean, when you take your ACT either in February or in April, those are the calculators that you will use. All right. We are having new calculators, but however, that calculator is not. These new calculators that come in are not. Hear me. Not for the typical classes. They're gonna be rarely used. They're gonna be used for a class who deem most responsible, meaning they take good care of the calculators, all this, all that. Most of you guys have not shown me that you are mature enough with the calculators, so as a result, you got those. Alright? Also, just for a little tip, these calculators are expensive, so don't just do right with the calculators you got here. Alright? More testing. Every end of class, and I mean every, you're going to have an open notes demonstration. Demonstration is no word for asset ticket. Just to see what you mastered. It may be a form of Kahoot. It may be a form to whatever. Every week or every other week you will have a quiz. No notes, obviously. Every month you will have at least one test. Redos are only allowed on non-ACT tests, not demonstrations. Some no ACT quiz will be allowed to redo so. I will be giving you redo opportunities to make sure you get yourself better. Quizzes and tests are going to be highly more secure, meaning that it's going to be to a point that it's going to be impossible to cheat, which I will commend you guys on. You guys did not do that during my midterm, so good job to all of you. Academic dishonesty will not be tolerated of any kind. This semester, I'm be on your neck so hard about that. You choose to do it, you get some severe consequences, followed by getting yourself suspended or expelled. Again, Langford don't tolerate it, so you will be dealing with her if you are doing that. Last bonus opportunities. I know last semester I was giving them to you to a point that you could bomb the midterm and still pass the class. You won't have too much of the opportunity. Alright? In order to get to tutor, of course you got to come tutor, but you have to attend a certain amount. So it's not like you go 3 tutors, blah 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 blah, get points. I didn't do that then. If you went to only 3 tutoring sessions last semester and you didn't do nothing else, you didn't pass the course. exceeding expectations in my classroom, I'll give you some bonus points, but I make that decision. You got no say in that matter. Style of assignments. To further eliminate cheating, homework is graded on quality, meaning that you actually put in the work and the evidence such as pencil marks, pen and pen mark out. So the one thing that you guys did previous semester, and I guess I was just too lazy to get on top of it, was to copy to write stuff down and turn it in. I gave you a grade for it because I was like, well, he turned it in. But the issue is with that, and I see it now so than ever, it's not quality work. Because it may be pretty and nice to read on paper, but then when it comes to tests, you don't know what you're doing. And I'm telling you, this semester, you fail these tests, you really don't got no assurance of coming back. You done with. All right. So when I see your homework, make sure that you actually, show some erase marks, all this, all that, because I have to see it. Otherwise, you'll get much points for it. So you turn in work filling it out, I can't give you nothing for it because don't know if you actually put in some true effort or not. All right. So you will be going to the board more often to present solutions, or you're going to be at your seat discussing the solutions that was presented on the board. Simply because, well, you're going to have to do both. Let me make this clear. You will have to present solutions on the board and discuss the solution. You never, because I gotta see what you guys know. I have to see it. If I can't see it, I can't, pass you. Prior to group work, students will work along to prepare for group work. So one thing I noticed, and which I caught on and stopped, but I did it too late, was the moment I give you something to do, you go talk to someone trying to figure out what the person. That's not gonna work no more. To make sure that you understand the purpose of group work, you gotta prepare what you could do first. I gotta see what you could do from the dome. Even if you don't understand what I have been talking about, you need to write some good questions. I need to see you, preparing that way. So when it's time for you to go work with people, you have something to discuss, something to talk about. So yeah, there's no more, you know, doing this or doing no more of let's be best friends all the way through. I gotta cut this short. Work first, then contribute to the table, contribute to the study. I would go over the work always after the group had finished the work. I am not, not going to be, oh, your answer right when you come to me. The answer is going to be no. So when you come at me, the answer is going to be no. Because I'm not doing that. I need for you to bring something from the dome. That's something you know, something that you did understand. I guarantee you there's something that you all at least understood something about a instruction. You may not be good at what you have saw or may not master it down. But what I need for you to do is put some thought behind it. So therefore, when we're doing group work, you can honestly say you contributed because in these groups, which are horrible, I only see the same few people telling everyone else what to do. And the other people not asking questions, not doing none of that. And I cannot, and I would not give you a grade on that. Cahoots are reduced. It is due to academic dishonesty. Yeah, come on. Last semester, I'm not saying every class, because most of you guys did not cheat at all. But some of you, it's like, come on, why cheat in a Kahoot? That was the point for you to really be okay with making those mistakes, so I can help you. Even then, you're not allowed to go get on the computer, look up answers. I'm not dealing with that. So, Kahoot, for certain classes, you won't have that option. Others will. Okay, so instruction. This is how our day-to-day courses will work for this semester. So when we first come in, homework review and discussion. That means that the people who, when you do your homework, meaning put it on paper, you go present the solutions on the board. If you are on the board presenting your solutions for that day, you know how to discuss the work on the board, homework in particular. Now, if you did not put homework problems on the board, by all means, yes, you are going to talk. And however, the roles will change. So that means, like on Monday, if you present a homework solution on the board, you don't have to discuss the homework problem that Monday, but Wednesday, for the next homework, you have to be the one to do it. Because I'm grading you on that. Because again, I gotta see what you are working with. Because this semester, you pass or you fail. That's just that. Now, after we get through with the review and discussion, we're going to get on with the announcements and reminders. Then, of course, the instruction. So, I don't need no crazy disruption going on. Solo work. I have some music allowed for you to do. Of course, it's on YouTube, on the smartboard, but phones, we ain't doing that. Group work. Y'all must have something to discuss. Because when doing solo work, you're pretty much preparing for it. Demonstrations. I just gotta see where you at. And then transition. So this is when you turn out calculators, return them, collect your phones, because I am taking phones. All this, all that. So I would like to say you will have 87 minutes of instruction time. And then for the transition, you're going to have 3. So all this other stuff from homework to demonstrations should take 87 minutes. And 3 minutes is to just get your phones and the bell will ring and we'll move on. All right, grading participation. All right, this is how I'm grading you. All right. Student must put away non-approved materials such as phones, earbuds, smartwatches. You can't have that on your person. Can't give you a grade if you have that out. Students must present homework solutions and discuss the solution within the week. So that means that if I give you a weekly grade, because that's mostly I do, that means within that week you have to present the solution. You have to also talk about a solution. You could do them all in one sitting, but you could do something different. All right. You must discuss Algebra 2 and ACT and finish all assignments from when you first walk into that door until it's time for transition time. So that means from 87 minutes, you have to be only about Algebra 2. If you all about who done said, who done this, oh, she got beat up, all this, all that, I would be amused. I'll be entertained, but I am going to penalize you for that. Because this is the semester where you don't have time but to do as I asked you to do. You must also independently prepare information. So when we are doing our solo work, I gotta see that you are putting things together because you guys going to learn how to make peace with being okay with making mistakes. That's why we do math with pencil, not pen. You're going to erase your mistakes. All right. Students must have respect for everybody. So if one thing that we have issue of, we are to ability to make the decision based on behavior. If we mad, we go off and clap them hands, point blank, dot period. We gotta do better than that. All right, grading. Just because you turn in a piece of paper doesn't mean that I'm gonna give you a whole lot of points over, because I gotta see what you actually know. If you know the homework, that means you can come in, you can put the solution on the board, and then we could have a good old discussion behind it. And that's how you get your homework grade. So you turn in something and you choose not to put it on the board or discuss it, guess what? Can't give you much of a grade. You know? You have to demonstrate your efforts and your struggles. Things that you don't get, because you're not going to get mad for the first time. Y'all keep thinking, oh, I got to get it right, I got to get it right. But then when it comes to test, you don't know what you're doing. Because you're so busy trying to copy off answers or whatever just so you get it right. But it doesn't matter, because when you take these tests, which is going to be a lot of them, you don't know what you're doing. I promise you, this is the semester you want to change your tactics. Otherwise, you're going to fail this course, and that's just it. You must have quality, or your work can be done honestly. You may be asked questions at random to determine honesty, because I know some of you guys like to copy, and I'm telling you, don't do it. Because if I suspect you, even if I don't suspect you, I still want to see that you fully understand or what you didn't understand behind it. I'm not concerned if your answer is right or wrong. I'm concerned about the honest effort. If there's things that you don't understand, I need to see it. If you like, oh, here's my homework, and you know what the answer right, you know that you didn't know how to do it, it's not gonna do you no good. All right, grading, 25% point participation. Like, and I'm telling you, participation is worth a lot, because that's a lot more of you getting mostly engaged and mainly involved. There's no, you know, teacher doing a lot of talking. This semester, I'm gonna really cut that out, because now it's time for me to see what you can do. I know some of you guys are in a low level, but still, none of that is gonna be a valid excuse. If you don't get math, cool, fine, whatever. But guess what? You're going to discuss it. You're going to ask questions. You're going to, discuss with your peers. I'm not. Is this right? I'm not answering those questions. So, to avoid getting your feelings hurt, don't ask those questions. Complete the work first. Even if you're not sure of it, move on. Do not come to me, because I'm not going to answer. I'm going to shut it down. All right? 5 points to complete assignments. So again, I don't too much care about you writing things down on a piece of paper, because it means little to me. Because it doesn't show what you know. And it's not going you won't pass off doing work. So let me repeat this again. This semester, you will not pass off doing work. Doing work means that you're writing stuff down on a piece of paper. That's not going to fly. If you don't know what you're doing, you can't talk to me, you can't tell it to me, you can't tell it to your peers, you are not going to pass this class. So I hope you get yourself together and get ready to do some talking. Alright, 10 points to complete and present and discuss homework. Demonstration. Project. Your quizzes are worth 75 points. 150 monthly tests. And then your unit test is 200 points. So that's how we doing it. So your unit test is like, you probably see only one of those for third and fourth 9 weeks. So this is just one. All right, testing. Of course, no notes allowed. You're gonna have different version of the test like I've been doing. Lack of locking up computers, so like ANET. Yeah, you guys gotta do better. So to avoid academic dishonesty, your Chromebooks may be locked. So if they're locked, just know I'm the one who did it because I can't have you doing things that you're supposed to have no business doing. You will not have phones to test and quiz or complete. So that means once everybody finish, guess what? Move on. Then you get on your phones. Your quizzes. Every quiz that I will give this semester, I'll make sure I give you plenty of time to do it. All right, my off periods. Doing which is 2A and 4B. This is me recording lessons, meeting with teachers, calling parents, filming, and you may give some tutoring points, but just know this. I'll be filming myself presenting math problems on the board. Alright? I may have a student to make sure that the cameras and stuff look nice. Alright? And for bonus, you may have to, present a solution. You may talk to the camera. And of course, I present this to us so we can get it. Guys, you only come to me out of the first 20 and before the last 20. So that 20 row counts. Alright, tutoring. Honest discussion, evaluating solutions for skill, fixing problems, answering questions. Less class time tutor. So that means that on my off periods, I cannot have you in my class doing this sort of tutoring. Unless your teacher gave me a good note and they are well in their lessons, get their lessons done. Now, if it's some new stuff that you have never seen before, don't come my way. Get your instruction first, then see me. Alright, new pet peeves. Y'all, stay away from teacher area. Doesn't matter if you get some wipes, anything. I don't like kids up in my space. I'm not in y'all spaces. Other little space you have. So if I'm not in yours, don't be in mine. Alright? Y'all, you're not allowed to charge your phones in the classrooms. Make sure you get your phone charged in any other classroom before mine. If you come to my classroom, oh, I got 1%, don't do it. Because if you have your phone charged, I'm going to ask you to submit your phone or you got to go. And behavior, again, does dictate academics, hinders academics. So if you're too busy clapping your hands going off, being non-compliant, you are choosing not to participate. Thus, I can't get your participation grade. Reminders. Be about your three: business, due diligence, and litigation. Behavior handles academic progress. Can't pass if you are disengaged. Can't pass if you're on your phones. Can't pass if you cheat. Can't pass if you don't have quality work. Alright, that's it. And that's it for this. I'm looking forward for this semester and hope we do good things. Deuces.